Freedom 35, 5, 5, 5.
Dude, start the podcast.
Wow.
Welcome, everybody. Freedom 35ers, Cardano NFT podcast, episode 77, technically episode 78 for all the OGs out there. My name is Tommy. I go by TOWNY.
My name is TJ. I'll go by Lazy T.
And I am the other Tom. I go by Lavish Bear.
And tonight, Tom v. Tommy. Battle? Internal battle?
1v1.
PvP?
Final one for who gets to be, after this, you got to change your name to Dave.
Ooh, Dan.
Maybe Pepita?
How about
Dan.
Chuck?
I am Pepita tonight. I couldn't go with either Pepe or Pepita, so we went with Pepita. And TJ just went even further. He's TT and Pepita.
I know, I made it after you made yours, but I didn't see yours at all.
If anybody's not been in the Ordinals game, they have no clue what we're talking about. But don't worry, we can fill you in. What's going on, everybody? Another week, another episode, another live stream over there. Block's been a little hot on Monday night. Getting a chance to catch up with him.
Why'd you give a little live stream show? You're like, what's going on, everybody? Like, there's more than just Tom and I are sitting here right now.
Oh, just sometimes, you got to hype
The
it up.
chat. You just got to, interact with the chat on the side.
We do have people that actually listen to us,
We do, but are they going to respond? You respond back to them within this video?
You don't talk to your radio, TJ?
Every day.
Yeah, when they go, hey guys, what's going on? You're like, dude, I don't know, man. I'm just listening into the show right now. What do you guys got up to? Well, we can fill you guys in. You know what we've been up to. We talked about Monday night. We said the block is hot. No, different kind of Monday night. But anyway, got some action still going on. We had Block is Hot, aka Jason, over onto the stream. I think he's been on at least he's 3 times now. Because we had him on the beginning of the year. We had him in last year before the Jelly Cubes mint. Now we had him on now. And then we've done some CNFT live. So that was dope to catch up with him as always. And this time he came with a different type of event that they've got going on from the Block Investment Group, aka the Jelly Cubes. They've got this mystery chess mint over here with some really cool 3D artwork done by the Block Owls team in partnership with Brave Dogs, which is their dev over there. And it was cool to learn a little bit about this. It was a fun new, maybe I don't know if this would be a new little meta for some projects or for some different people inside the community. But essentially what it is it's a 1,000 supply mint for 20 ADA. It's half whitelist, half not. And it's basically like a grab bag. He's got a wallet that they showcased on the stream with different NFTs that they've collected. I think he said, about 20,000 ADA worth of NFTs?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you get a chance to win some rare stuff. They have like a jelly cube and have some really cool different prizes of NFT projects. And then worst case scenario, if you don't end up winning, I think you get one of these, like a jelly cube with a little fun saying on it where it just says back to flipping burgers, or I think the other one that was like just said wrecked on there. But essentially this whitelists you into the next drop, and they're planning to do these, he said, every month to 2 months. And if it gets bigger and bigger, some of those prizes may be worth more and more, but it's just a fun way to kind of break it up. And just for them too, with their, they built this whole fun experience, as he said. So it was cool to catch up on that.
Absolutely. He did say those too. Like if you get those as well, they might be worth some value in the secondary. So if you didn't want the whitelist for whatever reason, you could just flip that too if you wanted to as well. So that's value for even getting the whitelist spot.
Well, think about it. If they add some really crazy prizes to the next one, then people are going to want those whitelist spots.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Well, because he said he's trying to bump the number to 100K next one.
That's a big jump. That's a big jump. So at 20K right now?
Yep.
That would be dope to be able to do that. So we'll see how the community responds. This happens next week on May 22nd. I think he said, what is it, 4 p.m. UTC?
Yeah.
What is that in EST? You know that?
That's 12 p.m. Eastern. It's always a 4-hour difference for us.
I don't remember. Did he say was it mobile mint friendly?
Yes, he did say it was mobile mint friendly. They did partner with the Brave Dogs team to be able to do this. So I don't know exactly how it's going to work, but you will need to go ahead and if you do get the whitelist, I do remember that you actually had to go to they have
website.
A website. Yeah, the website was actually really good. I don't know
easy to do. There's just a couple extra steps. It's not what we're used to. It's not just posting it in the Discord.
Yep. Tom and I were doing this before we recorded tonight, and we forgot how clean his website is and all the things he actually has on there. He still has that calendar of all the mints coming out that I guess they vetted and stuff.
Yeah, no, they actually look really good. I was scrolling through here as well, and you can see like the giveaways they've got entered in. You can sign up your whole wallet for his whole platform here.
Yep.
And if you register your Discord and link your Twitter and fun stuff like that, you can actually have a different like I said, the dashboard is where it'll show you like different roles that you hold, whitelists you've accumulated, prizes and things like that. So here is one thing that you need to do. If you did win a whitelist with this, or if you were on our stream earlier on Monday, you need to make sure you connect to this website over here. And then on top of that, whitelist your wallet. So by doing that, it'll essentially get you into the mint, and you can name it, do whatever you want to do. Mine was called Old Reliable. This is my good old reliable.
Yeah, when you go to the wallet tab there for the dashboard, you can enter in your details for your wallet. So you can sign that up, and it'll connect to your Discord to make sure that your Discord's connected. You have that whitelist role, and then you just choose which wallet you want to put into it. So make sure you're in with that one too, whatever one you choose.
And you can add ETH wallets, Solana wallets. I don't know about Bitcoin yet.
To his website, not probably for the whitelist though.
No, not for the whitelist. I'm sorry. Just like other wallets you can add to that website.
There's a different wallet address. So Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Aptos, Polygon, BNB, Algorand, and Bitcoin. So there's your answer right there.
You can do some with my XRP. I'll give it to you. Block you want it.
There you go. I don't know.
The Ripple one is a curveball to me. I actually enjoy seeing that on there. I just noticed that now.
I didn't even check that out actually either. That was the first time I was looking at it too. So hey, the more you learn, right? So yeah, maybe I need to step my rules up, but over here, yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and do this, or if you're looking to get onto his website, it is theblockinvestmentgroup.com. You guys can go check that out. But yeah, back to anyway, what we were talking about is he's got a wallet here. It's got some Cardano native tokens like AADA, MinSwap, and the Indigo DAO token. So on top of that, he was saying like, look, if you end up winning this, these things have been kind of taken off, and obviously a little nafafa, but hey, those could be worth a little bit more down the line if those protocols really start to develop a little bit more. So there is some value inside of this. So you got some derps, you got some Coco Locos, Alley Cats, Jelly Q, Wild Tangs. Like there's some cool prizes in here.
It's cool to mix up. It almost is like those jelly beans from Harry Potter. It has the ones that they really like, and then there's like, chalk flavor.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Which one's the chalk flavor for you, Tom?
Isn't that one of the flavors? Like actually?
No, I'm saying
which NFT?
I'm just kidding. You don't have much a spot like that.
Yeah, right. That'd be a tough one to do. But it's cool.
Jelly Q.
Damn. roast the far eye. But yeah, no, this is gonna be a fun little thing. We'll see how it goes. But I go
28 in it too.
20, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, worst comes to worst, you get a Coco Loco, and you're like, all right.
A Coco Loco. I don't know. I think it'll. I think
no. So.
Oh, Coco No-Nos. Nobody knows about them Coco No-Nos.
No Cocos.
No No-Nos.
No Loco.
All right, guys.
Four Loco.
Don't go Four Loco. Four Loco is a rough one.
Yeah,
that just brings me back to the college days. But anyway, we're dating ourselves a little bit over here. But shout out to Block.
What an old person phrase, dude.
Right. But yeah, anyway, TJ, as we were exiting a block out there, congrats on the little mint that's coming up. We're excited to be participating, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe we'll pull that jelly cube.
Ooh, you know what though? Possible live opening Monday night for us. Waits open for Monday.
Yeah, for the packs for sure.
Okay.
Do that. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it with a little chest. It's just gonna do this little boom, and it's gonna shoot out something good. We're gonna see what it is.
Boom.
Oh, don't you boys worry till next week, man. Once I get that little soundboard, picked up that little soundboard.
We're gonna have to. I'm gonna start hosting these. We're gonna meet.
Say, I'm just glad it's you with control of the soundboard, because you know me, I'll be pressing that shit way too much.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find ways that I don't know.
You're gonna be in charge of the censor. So anytime any of us curse live, you have to censor it. For the YouTube.
I need to
partners
predict
now or whatever.
I'm gonna have to predict too for you guys of what it is.
I really like the Epic Mealtime Chicken. That one's probably my favorite censor sound.
I'm gonna have to record that then, and we'll have to add that in.
Are you fucking kidding me? No.
What? Oh, I was waiting to see if Tom should totally to just edit that in, but I guarantee you that's probably we're gonna forget about that.
That one might slip through. Sorry, YouTube.
I was over here looking at our Discord thing too while TJ was setting up a whole prompt over there. But I think we don't need to prompt this next one. We've got a new project that we talked about on Monday that is essentially more of a platform, I guess you'd like to call it. But Chainlobby, they are officially out. The beta, I guess we teased it on Monday. And tease it. Tonight we're going to get the chance we're going to showcase a little bit of the website in live time as we get a chance to look at it. So you guys are going to experience this with us. But essentially, like we had talked about, we gave out some of the Pioneer tokens, which are pretty much the premium features. And they went ahead and elaborated on this a little bit. Basically, what they're doing is, like we were talking about, it's a Web3 kind of platform that's kind of like bridging the gap between Web 2, Web 3. It's like a combination of maybe like a Facebook, Twitter, Discord. It's an online like social media presence with Web3 technology. You can do articles and all different kinds of things, groups, and we're going to show you here. But they just went live, and those tokens that we had done, they went ahead and clarified a little bit more about what they are. And essentially what they are, they give you the full beta access, which just went live today as of this recording. So 5/17, so 2 days ago, it went live. They got early access to new features, 3 invites, which TJ, you caught that one for us over on the live stream.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so make friends with somebody who has one of these, because they got 3 invites to give out to everybody. And then you got forever free pro features. So you'll always have access to the pro features on the website, and then staking rewards when they release the token. So those are some of the benefits of owning the Pioneer tokens, which I believe they are, there's only 1.17% listed right now as of this Wednesday. And they're holding a little over it. The floor jumps up pretty quick, actually.
Definitely.
There's not many listed,
right now, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So starting at 100 and runs up to 500 pretty quickly. So we'll see how people value these things. Because if, degens in this space, they don't really hold stuff too well, but we'll see if this stuff gives them a reason to, because if you head over right now, if you have one of those Pioneer tokens, you can go to Chainlobby.com and then this will get you set up. And so what you do when you first logged in here is you had to connect a wallet, and it verifies that you had that Pioneer pass in your wallet, and then it gets you to the next step, which was creating an avatar, and it will allow you to pick any of the NFTs in that wallet currently, and then it verifies. You can see it up here in the top right corner. It allows you to choose your username, and it allows you to choose your ADA handle. So we went obviously with the Fat Alpha tonight, and then on top of that, once you put your email in, that you can skip that step if you want. I don't know to what extent that does later down the line, and then after that, it asks you to join your tribe. So I stopped at this part for us just so we could kind of quick see this. But one of the things is we're an early access partner over here for the Chainlobby, or a group, as you'd like to call it. And we got 0 members right now. So I think we should change that. We're number 189, Freedom 35. So you can go ahead and put that in your little search bar. Let's see what happens when we click join, boys.
Whoa.
And just like that, we are in there. We got Freedom. There. Yep. And so you can see the dashboard. I know this is, again, the first time for us looking at it right here. But as you can see, there's recent posts from different people. You can see their ADA handles, their profile pics. Kind of runs more like a wall almost. And like it reminds me more like a Facebook kind of Twitter over there. Mm-hmm. You can add reactions to stuff. You can add GIFs. You can comment on different things. So you can see people kind of like playing around with the site right now. And then you can also customize your community. So if you like different projects, you can add them, and you can favorite them over here on the left-hand side of the screen. And it's just like another way to kind of keep all of your groups together. And on top of that, what they're doing is it's wallet connect. So you can post, and if I wanted to post something, like say I wanted to go over to put Freedom 35ers, look at this. They added all this stuff in here. That's actually pretty nice. I didn't realize they did that.
It is nice.
That is. So you can actually do one thing he did tell me too when we were doing this call is that,
I didn't even
saves out. We have to go back. Dark mode was the default over there.
I had him ready.
Thank you for that. But what's interesting too is as I guess I'll have to get general. I think we have to request access to this to be able to manage our community.
Prove that it's not someone just fucking around.
Yeah. Boys, we're not even the first member over here. We got 7 people over in our community already. Didn't even know that.
It just said we had 0. What are you talking about?
It says right here in the top.
And I'll see the live viewers. It's the chat again jumping in.
Yeah, can we see our members or no?
No.
Not until we probably gain control, I assume. But yeah. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's dope.
What's going on, guys? Yeah.
All right.
Welcome.
I'll get that general over here. I wish I could write something in here yet. It's a public group for anyone interested in our community. All right. Well, I don't know how that works yet, and I'm assuming that we're gonna be able to do that. And I'm gonna say Nafafa over here. Post a little thing, see what happens. But no, as you can see, on top of just doing general stuff, you can actually pull up because your wallet's connected. You should be able to.
I like that a lot.
You should be able just to pull into. I don't know how long it takes to load, or if I'm just not what the access level is on this, but it should pull up. And if it doesn't, then I think that probably takes a little bit. And again, we're in beta right now too, so everything that we're doing probably isn't going to work.
Streaming it too, so it's pulling resource from your computer.
Oh, I know the GIFs work.
We know
Tom's see that behind
it's not that great.
Yeah, it's kind of sucks, right, guys?
Send the Fafa. Push that through.
All right, fine enough. I was trying to do an NFT with it. All right, guys.
Come on.
We're doing it. Boom.
Nice.
Nafafa right
Love
there.
it.
There we
Beautiful.
go.
And on top of that, we're going to give it a little thumbs up. Like you should do
You
in the
gotta stop
video.
at liking your own pics. You can't be liking your own posts.
Like what we shoot in this video. That was perfect. Perfect. Plug
I was
there,
trying to plug it. And Tom came in and he just said, screw your plug. You can't like your own stuff.
Come on. I gotta draw a line somewhere.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, so the Chainlobby beta is open right now, and again, whenever anybody like posts something over here, you can kind of see. Again, I don't know if this is like just live for everybody in the beta, so they can see what they're posting, but you can see people are like doing pictures, they're doing websites, they're tagging stuff. So I think that's Patrick that's Patrick from Endmaker. I don't know. But it's pretty interesting over here. So you got some like NFTs that people are posting, and I know some of this. There it is, right here. So somebody actually did an NFT post from their wallet, and it actually tells you the floor on those NFTs too, which is actually pretty cool and interesting. I
like that because you see a project that you've never seen before, and you're like, "Oh, this is awesome! I want to buy one of these." Oh, wait, no, the floor is 15,000. Nah, or like the floor is 100. Yeah, let's check them out.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I didn't get a chance to actually look at. I know
for you.
Yeah,
damn, the quality is really good on this site as well.
Yeah,
well, it looks good.
So like I know they have like a good search engine too, that he was showing me on this, and I don't know exactly where all that is, and I don't know if it's actually live yet. On his version, he did have it, but the other cool thing too was the write an article thing. So we could literally write articles, you could publish it, and people can then actually see it. Like I said, in the feeds. And if we wanted to do it with our actual community, we could do that as well. And all this stuff does get transitioned back over into the Google or all the search engines as well, too. So if you wrote an article and somebody searched for something like that, it'll pull you over to this site as well.
Tommy says you can write an article and people will see it too.
Maybe real world.
This is my diary. I can't just keep like scribble.
People can see it, Tommy. That's great.
Scribble my notes.
What a feature.
My thoughts, my feelings.
You know what, guys? Hey. But anyway, yeah, this is the first time we'll step into this, and I don't know to the extent of how much the beta features are really.
It's working well though. It is cool. I like seeing like everything like similar to the idea, at least in concept, where you go on Spark Labs and you're able to just see all like the NFT or Cardano or crypto creators all in one space. Here it's gonna like keep that down as opposed to all the other nonsense that we end up following, and then all of a sudden you're watching like basketball videos on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. I will say the Twitter algorithm has gotten worse. Very bad. Once the algorithm gotten worse, it's like there's some random videos. It's not even crypto related. Like, how is that even? I was talking about it the other night. Some CCTV channel thing. I got stuck watching all those videos for like 30 minutes.
They get you. That sounds like it's working to me.
It did work, I guess. But
so that's why you need to head over to here so that you can just go get all your news, all your stuff in one spot. But the cool thing too about like the groups, once we get this up and running, I'm sure we'll do a better like overview of how this works. But you will be able to have like different groups inside of this each community, and then you can also token gate this as well. We could have the OGs. We could find ways with different policy IDs and NFTs that people hold to access certain chats. You can do different announcements. You can do all kinds of fun, like there's all kinds of different things you can do to grow your community inside of this as well. Outside, and a lot of this is going outside the Discord. And you have individual chats too. So like you said, people can chat in here. They can post NFTs, gifts, pictures, whatever they want. So this is another like message board that essentially, if you're not liking the Discord route and you want to get out of that, this is another area for people to be able to get into. So pretty cool stuff. And it's awesome that they're I love the verification stuff of like your wallet, where you can actually, I haven't even looked at my profile yet, but you can tell that something's verified with the little circle around it. And then you can also tell that somebody is verified with their handle when it has the little ADA handle $sign in there as well.
That is cool. I like how it kind of lists people by their handle. That's dope.
So if somebody wants Fat Alpha and they wanted to be named that, because you don't have to connect like a wallet to do like with the ADA handle to like actually get your profile. Like you can do one without an ADA handle.
Interesting. Okay.
So like if somebody else wanted to be named Fat Alpha, they could, but they wouldn't be the legit Fat Alpha with the ADA handle because they don't have that.
We're the legit Fat Alpha. We're
the Fat Alpha. Fat Alpha.
Fatal File.
That's pretty cool too. So think about it too. If you are like a community member and have a big following behind you, think about this. You could do posts, you could do articles here where people could log into your account, your whatever, and set up the different groups for your own personal profile. It can really make like individuals too who may not necessarily want to do a Discord and all this stuff. It's a nice way to like be able to manage a community outside of the Discord or Twitter world. So that is a really cool feature for a lot. And especially it comes with like all the technology right out the gate, right? Like if you want to token gate some stuff for people and you don't want the Discord, don't want to do all the bots, this is one way for you to be able to do that by utilizing this Web3 technology on their site they've built for you.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see more of that, about how that happens when these communities start getting created.
I think that people can get
We got quite
creative.
a few that you can get some groups in, you know, from our NFTs and stuff. It'll be fun to connect these.
Yeah. And on top of that, they've got a lot of different partners too. A bunch of different projects that you'll see on here that you'll know. Quite a few of them, honestly. I was pretty surprised by the list of people that they had on there. So big shout out to Chainlobby. Thank you guys for getting us in a little bit early. I appreciate Dan jumping on the call as well a little bit earlier. So we kind of gave me a little overall demo for everything that they did. Looks like, yeah, you can kind of see some of these over here. They got 8 Ninjas, Endmaker, Her Monsters, Tangs, Wolves of Rome, Proxies, Block Owls, a bunch of different ones. So we'll see how these guys utilize this stuff. Ape Shit Army, shout out to them. I don't even know them, but there they go. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Chainlobby and boys, who's ready to Tom v Tom right now? Because we've got the Super Bowl back with a nice new little game for everybody to interact with over on their site as they go to like their new version of the SuperBull.app. I think we talked maybe briefly about them when they were like first announcing some of this stuff.
When they had that big change where you could use any NFT on their site and to use their gamification that they have going on.
Yes, and now they've launched a little video, and we can blow it up here while we're talking.
There we go.
Blew out my ears too. But essentially what you need, stop. Nope. Can't hear you. But what you need to do in order to access their website on SuperBull.app is basically you need an email address and create a profile, connect a wallet. And then once you're able to do that, you can log in and start playing some games over there. And a new one that they announced today was this 1v1 feature. So yes, they have the racing, they have different partner NFTs that you can collect. And I know they even were like, he's talking about like training needs and stuff. But the simulation game is what kind of where we were talking about this. And the way that you can do this is basically you can go into a room and basically I think it was pick an NFT. I was trying to think. I'm like reading this right now.
I you're gonna say basically again.
Basically, I was stalling to figure out how to do that. Because I think I'm in the wrong video. That's why I was over here. I'm like, what am I looking at right now? How they do that?
Basically, Tommy clicked on the video, so we're gonna.
There it is.
There it is.
There's a little redhead kid at like the fair that says, "Is it basically?" What does he say over and over again?
Basically, like actually.
Well, I think of that video of like when they talk about the different the countries. The old video from like when we were high school. Basically, we got China, France, India, all that stuff. That video. No.
Basically, nobody knows what we're saying.
The one where they nuke the world, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
End of the world.
The drawing. Yeah, end of the world video. Yeah.
I was thinking that little kid at the fair. He's like eating ice cream cone. And he's like,
basically?
It says basically over and over again. Yeah. Maybe it's not basically. Maybe I remember that incorrectly. But okay, yeah, you can play a video now. Is this the right one, Tommy?
This is the right one. So you can go over to the same website over there and click the play button, basically. And it'll take you to the screen where you can 1v1 for an ADA match over here.
1v1 me, bro.
And what you can do is create a room. And inside of that, people can go in and join. You can create a private room. And then you can battle. Here's the big one is you can battle for not only ADA, but you could also bet for SNEK over here as well. So they got
put out some pink slips, put out some NFTs. That's the real deal.
I mean, SNEK at this point. So that's what they were saying is you can connect, pick your two yummy avatars. They could 1v1 each other in a simulated battle. And then the winner takes the ADA or the SNEK. So yes, and on this right here, you can see the NFTs, which are the hornies over there, but you can also select the other NFTs, which they were talking about in Naru's as well. Choose whatever game it is. And some of these like have like stats that get affected by it, but I don't know to what extent how that works right now, but it shows it like this little screen right here where you've got player one who it shows the status that they signed the transaction, they put up whatever it was, the ADA, the SNEK, and it shows that they paid. So they wait on player two to join that same lobby. And on the other side, that way you don't have to worry about anything afterwards, right? Everybody's got the transactions done ahead of time. They pick their NFT, they sign their transaction. Both players are played, and then it simulates it up here in the top for like I guess it's like 3 minutes is what he said. And inside the Discord, it creates like a little like chat dialogue for it, is what he was saying.
Oh, that's cool.
So you could see, kind of remember what was the game that we did over in our Discord?
Yellow solo. Solo yellow.
Royale, Rumble
Yeah,
Royale.
it's the Battle Royale, Rumble Royale. Yeah,
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah, where it gives you like the actual fight breakdown. I see what you're saying. That's awesome.
yeah. And then I'm sure
Those were way too long, but that was very cool. This much better concept.
It's fun too, because it's like, all right, buddy, you want to just 1v1? We'll see what happens, kind of deal. And you can throw up a little bit of ADA, you can throw up a little bit of SNEK, but you can see how this could become like obviously a bigger thing like later down the line. Like if there was actually like some sort of like battling aspect where it required like your input, not just like a simulated input, and then how you could do that with the ADA and like the basically your whoever gets it, there's no like, oh, I didn't mean it, bro. Like you cheated, something like that. Like once it's done, it happens. The transaction's done. Multi-sig, and it's smart
cheated.
contract. Yeah, you cheated. Well, too bad, dude. Blockchain don't lie, and it just takes your ADA or your SNEK.
Already put the ADA up. Yeah, it's sitting there ready to go. That's awesome.
Yep. So it's a nice little update from SuperBull over there. But I thought that was fun because I saw it over on Yummy's thing too. They were just talking about how you could like do the like the 1v1 for Naru's over there. I thought that'd be real cool. It's like a little early before like the actual game comes out. It's a nice little way to go about it, where you can challenge a friend to a 1v1 using your Naru for a chance to win ADA or SNEK. And it was just the same thing. Because
it'd be cool if you could like put up your NFT.
I'm sure they could go about doing that.
Yeah, up the whole thing,
like pink slips type of shit, right?
Oh man, you're gonna get the DGens out doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, boys. We're gonna do some live stream 1v1s.
Yeah, Rex.
I'm down for that for sure. Yeah, we definitely got to do that.
That'd be an easy piece.
That'd be fun to do. Yeah, not bad at all setting that up.
DGen's gonna DGen, dude. Speaking of DGens over here, this has been something we talked quickly about on Monday. The Plunge guys who've taken the Plunge over here for the Ape Society. They did their new landmark reveal, which was called the Plunge, and it was a new take, a gamified take on staking. A stake pool, essentially. Hence the little water theme, Plunge, you know. But anyway, what this did was sparked a little bit of controversy over on the Twitter side of things, maybe from different stake pool operators over there, who are like, why would you guys gamble with your ADA when you can just help others support other stake pools? And this is better, more constructive uses of your time. And it just goes back to the whole like DGen theme of people, and like they're here to make like some money or like take a chance on making more money.
NFTs are already a gamble as is. You know, we're taking so much of a gamble, trusting that any of these projects are going to do what they say or just rug pull. Yeah, for sure.
And it's a decentralized space, and it's my business. Why worry about what I'm doing with my money?
Right. That's the thing. Either everybody's, well, it's a riskless thing. Well, they're taking all your ADA. It's like, no, yeah, it's what people were trying to compare it to is like, look, I stake maybe roughly most people don't it's like statistically inside the NFT space, most people don't carry a bunch of ADA inside their wallets when they're doing these, right?
So they're values in NFTs, yeah.
Yeah, the most, and a lot of the stake pool, the actual staking rewards that they do earn are very like minuscule. So instead of that, like you just taking that and hoarding onto that for over a lot of time to maybe get like 10 ADA over months and months and months, you take that little thing every 5 days, and it's like your little lottery ticket buy, and you say, hey, Ape Society, you guys take this. And with it, you guys builds the pot, and then I got a chance. Up to 10 people have a chance to win something every 5 days. And that's part
pretty
of the
sick to me.
So some people were upset about it.
Comments now saying like, "You're crazy." I get $18,000 a month from staking.
That's good for them, right? Yeah, but I don't think
the ones that don't. That's the point. The ones that don't, you know what I mean? That's great. Keep doing that. You're doing great. Fantastic.
Well, it's interesting though, because like it incentivizes the people who are like whales that hold a bunch of ADA that were staking to this and wanted to forfeit those. That's, I think, the bigger gamble, right? Like the goal is to get as much ADA in this stake pool as possible to get the max amount of rewards. But think about it. If you were a person who had like 1 million ADA, like a whale, you probably wouldn't be staking to this because you're getting a pretty decent chunk of ADA rewards. Although your chances go up a lot higher in this case if you wanted to gamble it. But that's like the real risk tolerance. Like, would you ever want to gamble? Most people probably wouldn't do that because you have. I think somebody broke out the math. It was like a 98% chance to not win when you had
that much.
No, just in general, like your chances of like actually winning, like just statistically, when on an even.
I mean, you could say that about every gambling thing ever. Like, what statistically, you're more than likely not gonna win, but that's why people gamble.
That's why it's the lottery, dude.
It's just silly.
Yeah, well, think about
No,
that.
when I buy the Powerball ticket, I win it every single time.
Oh,
Yeah.
when I
I've
buy
actually
my
won
ticket,
like 6 or 7 times now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I've planned out everything I was going to do for
Now-
the rest of my life.
Now,
on
if you were the whale inside of this and you had, say, 2 million out of the 2.8, like you got a pretty good chance of winning. Like at that point, so because it's one,
and if I lost, I'd be pretty pissed.
yeah. So it's up to you to DGen and you. But essentially, 1 ADA equals one ticket. So you could have somebody with 2 million ADA in there, and you could have one person that is insane odds, which is a couple ADA in there, and they could still win. And that's the whole point of this. Is just like a gamified way on a stake pool, and it's a new way to kind of market your stake pool too. Like, hey, we've got a really. The thing is that you've got enough people that are willing to stake almost 3 million worth of ADA already within like 2 days. And that's because of the community developed and the interest in their product. So who's to say, like you said, that it's decentralized space, like they can do whatever they want to do. And if there's people that buy into that, then why, like, don't, their money, do what they want with it.
And the other stake pools can do that too. You can do the same thing. Just rip the model of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, someone asked about making it open source and things like that to show that how the winners are picked and things like that. So people are always going to try to pick stuff apart that is somewhat successful over here. And anytime that's just part of the game.
Worry about yourself. I mean, that's the best advice in life. Just worry about yourself.
Yeah, and I don't know. This is interesting though, because it opens up a whole new world of like how you could use the Cardano protocol, but now the NFTs are interacting with it. And this is part of the reason why I think like when I didn't really understand too much of like the DeFi side of the Ape Society, but the more you look into like the society token, the different gamified aspects with their landmarks and how they interact in that society coin, like either it's kind of like you're buying currency and your payout currency with that. And obviously there's some value behind that society coin too, as we've seen last year as it ran up, and right now it's it's starting to kind of go back that way. So society summer does seem to be shaping up right now, and it'll be interesting to watch as more and more of these landmarks kind of come online and how people interact and if they really does take off the way that everybody thinks. But I don't know.
That's one thing Kronic's been saying for a long time is about how they planned out their token really, well from the start. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to watch. And then if you have those little CODIS passes, you can amplify those boosts over there too. So a lot of different ways to interact with this. But the cool thing about the Plunge is that you don't need any of the Ape Society stuff. You just need to delegate to this pool. So if you like to be a little bit of a degen and gamble some of this stuff, maybe this is one for you. Speaking of stuff that was a little bit, people had some more choice words over here over the last day and some reactions over here. Clay Nation, we were going to make this. I think we were going to talk about this announcement like briefly for the Ledger, right? So they had this like collab that they were talking about with Ledger, doing things the Clay way. Can you guess what it is? Who it's with? And they'd hashtag Cardano. And coming soon, they tagged Champ Medici. So obviously, this was in relation to Clay Nation. And literally right before that, Ledger puts out, or the day after, or whatever it is, Ledger puts out this video here. That exciting update. Ledger has a new product, Ledger Recover, that's launching soon. And they did a whole thread on it. And basically they were saying this was meant to like help onboard the masses. So like your parents, maybe your grandma, they wanted to get into crypto, but you can't trust them to remember a 24 word seed phrase or store it in a safe spot or not take a picture of it on their phone and just like share it with everybody. What do you mess over here?
Did you see this Jub post about this? It was hysterical. It goes right along with what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll pull that thing here in a sec. So, but yeah, what it was is that they're offering like this secret recovery phrase and a way to access it essentially by opting in. And it says this is not automatically enabled by any firmware updates. This is your choice. So this becomes available if you choose to opt in. And what it happens essentially, I guess, is basically it splits off like the shard of your encrypts like your seed phrase into like different fragments, and they're stored by 3 different parties on this like secure hardware module or whatever. So the whole big thing that was up in arms for people was that, well, if they can do this, then there's a back door or something. They've always been able to do this. And it's just a matter of time before somebody can hack your ledgers and get your seed phrases that are supposed to be, stored secure. They're generated on the ledger. They're never supposed to be online. Mm-hmm. So it freaked everybody out that Ledger is not untrustworthy, and they've had data breaches in the past. And this is just the whole thing. So Ledger actually went out and did like a Twitter space on this. and they were just like, "Yo,
I like that
listen,
they did
guys."
that. They went out head on to talk about the topic. So that was good on their part to kind of, clarify some issues and some things that people were worried about.
Yeah, and isn't it wild too? Like this is the web, like the power of the world that we're in now with Twitter Spaces. Like you don't take those for granted because like somebody has like a PR problem or something like that, jump into a Twitter space. It's almost like a press conference, essentially.
Right away, that's who you're going to connect with your audience for sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it was smart that you're able to do that. That's really cool these days that people do that. But essentially, what they were saying is like, look, no matter whether you opt in, whether that you update your firmware or not, like this doesn't get activated unless you choose to opt in like yourself. Like nothing happens as normal.
I'd be curious, like when you buy any new electronic device, laptop, PC, whatever, Mac, you automatically get updated to the newest version. If you bought a Ledger now, would you get automatically opt into that, or would you still have the option to opt in?
It's an opt in. You have
to
opt.
I know, but I'm saying is opt in, like if you already own it, like would it already be on there if you just bought it brand new?
It's on there now, but right, it's there now. It doesn't matter. Like my Ledger that I haven't updated to the firmware is in the same spot as somebody who updates theirs.
I understand that. What I'm saying is if you already own one, but I'm saying if you buy a brand new one, would it automatically just be in there, like set up, or you still have that option to opt in there?
No, it doesn't become a thing until you opt in.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, and that's what they were trying to clarify. Everybody's like, look, whether you update your firmware or not, it's still it doesn't matter until you choose the opt-in button. And once you do that, you have to KYC. And then that was the other thing where people were like, well, what if you KYC? There comes a new attack vector for them. Like they can get in and get to all your information. And it's like, yeah, that is a new thing. But, this is meant for the people that aren't like maxis of like their crypto. Like this isn't meant for like the people who are like,
but at that point, why even own that?
Still though, that's the point. Yeah, just to me, that's like they're like, yeah, I mean, it might get hacked. Don't do it if you don't want to, for sure. But if you can do it, and it may happen.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to. Well, who's to say then it doesn't get to the other side, or like have some other sort of leak that we don't know about? That's what makes me nervous. Like they're saying, like, hey, yeah, like you have to opt in to be on that side of it. But what if there's more connection then or something else so they can break through that side even if you haven't opted in? That's what they try to do.
Well, the interesting part that people were trying to say was that maybe it doesn't do anything and you can't unless you opt in. But what if now the governments know that there's an option or something like that, and that if you live in this certain area or territory and you use a Ledger, you're required to opt in.
Ooh.
Now that could be a potential issue.
There's a lot of issues that come from that. Overall, the idea of like, hey, no, I was just opt in though. So like that's not the problem.
The terms and conditions.
The problem is if we opt in, that there's a chance it still may be hacked.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know, don't opt in. Well, what? No, how about you fix the part where like, hey, we know, like, I'd rather hear we're 100% positive that we're safe and secure.
Well, the problem, it's not that when I say that there was a new attack vector, meaning that once you KYC, what they were saying is that if somebody's computer gets hacked or something like that, like that they do a user error, it opens up all that information to them because they've done that. It's not necessarily like Ledger just has like a backdoor for people to just get wrecked. It's still a user error at that point, but that user error becomes more amplified if they choose to do the KYC and opt in like that.
I think it's just leaving room for error with that opt-in message, like with someone like quickly clicking on it and not paying attention, which you should pay attention, but like don't even give me that option because I might fuck that up.
Oh man. I see what your post was over here. TJ. Little backdoor dudes be like, let me try the backdoor. Then suddenly it's about their NFTs and everything changes. Interesting.
I actually laughed pretty hard at that.
See, got a little butt door. Little backdoor humor there, TJ. I don't know. What are your, and then so anyway, back to the Clay part of this is that they originally they tweeted this and literally like a day later, they go, we wanted to share a brief update on our planned partnership campaign with Ledger. We have decided to postpone the launch, which was planned for today. And they went into a little thread basically saying it's a tough call, especially only considering the months of hard work we have invested in creating an awesome content and collaborating with our team on educational initiatives. We are still so proud of our partnership, and News firmly believe in the paramount importance of security when it comes to safeguarding your assets. We believe it's important to wait for further clarification and to gather your thoughts and gauge community sentiment before moving forward. Your opinion matters to us. We want to ensure this partnership aligns with your expectations. Thanks for understanding.
Well, that's why Clay is on another level, because they addressed that immediately. They didn't let that sit. They weren't contemplating. They just hit it on immediately. They made a decision and they stuck by it. I actually love that post that they said today.
Yeah.
You know, I
It
thought
ju-
it was
They're not
really
going to
It
play
just-
games around with that too.
No.
They're not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize their brand
Nope.
and what they're planning to build.
professionals.
Yeah.
That's very interesting too, because they did like obviously they put work into this. They've got clay animations, they got clay ledgers. I'm assuming they did some fun little videos to showcase like the security, like importance of having security with them. So I'm sure that's got to be tough, right? Like you get some like something you're so excited to release with such a big person, and then all of a sudden, or a company, and then this happens. So yeah, that's a tough PR move. But I guess it's good that it happened beforehand, before all that happened. So who knows? And I know a lot of people put a lot of like different posts out there, and basically there was other people that were kind of showing different posts of why it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't know.
People are on both sides. People are saying like they didn't address the initial issue. Like we didn't get like, the problem that was the underlying problem we had with this. It wasn't like the fact it was optional.
Yeah. Well, they were talking about like if a ledger was an unupgradable box with a private key inside it, it would need every algorithm that every blockchain will ever use already available inside the box. And if that didn't work, I didn't think to include a newer algorithm, you have to throw it away and buy a new model. So obviously it's got to be able to update and do firmware and stuff like that. So people, I think what it was more, a lot of people are saying it was a communication issue and things like that. And I agree. There's probably just a better way they could have communicated that so people didn't freak out. But you also got to know, I saw so many misposts about this on Twitter too, where people were just like, "Oh, your ledger's going to get hacked. They want, I'm using Trezor now." And it's just like people are just freaking out on the internet and causing a big wave. So good thing they did the Twitter space though. And I think for me right now, I still got the ledger, dude. We're still using it over here. We'll see how long.
You gonna opt in?
No, definitely not opting in. That's why you have your little, I don't know, I have it in front of me, but I basically had a titanium, like, no, I don't have to show it, but I have a titanium little like seed phrase book.
Yeah,
that is all. I don't have it. I can't show it. It's called Bitfuddle.
Oh, wait,
I think is what it is.
Show it.
All right, guys. And 3, 2, 1. That's where the sound thing would be great.
I thought you were ending the episode all of a sudden.
I know.
That would have been great, huh? No, but anyway, we can go ahead and move on from the ledge. But I just
Well, just
like
to me,
that.
not to bash them again, but it just also kind of shows the difference in the teams. Like when you have like what we were discussing with P-Boys, I know we discussed it quite a bit, but just how there was no real reaction or response from their team after they had like the negative kind of outcry and started getting upset. And then you see how Clay and even how Ledger responded, immediately. They got right on it. They started taking questions. They started clarifying and trying to just help, like that people understand what they're actually trying to do, what the plans are.
What a joke, BB.
What a joke, man.
Joke of a project.
Hey, TT over here, dude. Just with the jokes to be. We got Pepita. Can we explain a little bit about this real quick, just for anybody? I know people love us as a Cardano NFT podcast, so we would not be doing ourselves a good enough service over here as an NFT podcast if we weren't talking ordinals now.
Ordinals.
I don't know why I wanted to do a Pokemon noise there, but that didn't work.
Which Pokemon?
I don't know. I was going for like, it reminds me like a walrus one. I don't know what it is though.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it though.
I don't know.
Dugong.
Dugong?
That's what it was.
I don't know.
But yeah, sure.
It's the fact
that walrus. Would you say walrus? Definitely not.
That's a seal, right?
Definitely not a frog. Speaking of the frogs, though, the Pepe and Pepita over here. This is a Ordinals project. Also, first off, shout out to the Mallard order. Again, if you guys do not own a Mallard order Ordinal, you guys should strongly consider it. That's a little nafafa for you.
It's a little Ordinal alpha chat these days. I love it.
It is really an alpha chat over there. And then you got your boy Money Mike, who's just the Ordinal master right now. That guy's going insane with the way he's been minting. But these Ordinals projects, if you guys don't know right now, have been blowing up, like really blowing up to a point where like the volume over here, the 7-day volume in the last week, these things have done the top project, which hurts me a little bit now. But almost 20 Bitcoin right now in the last week, just worth of volume right there. Which I don't even know what is 20 Bitcoin right now.
Which project you're talking about, Tommy?
The Bitcoin frogs.
Okay.
What is 20 Bitcoin? That's $541,000.
What is Pepe?
What is Pepe? But yeah, if you look at this one just minted, this was also a call from inside the Mallard order. They got the link before it even went out. Like they were like, hey guys, this thing's about to mint. We got some little recon info on it. Go ahead and check it out. And then they dropped the thing and people went ahead and started minting inside of there. And learning lesson for anybody who's minting on Ordinals or thinking about minting on Ordinals, make sure you have some BTC in your Ordinals wallet right here, and not only in the Xverse wallet. You can use the Xverse. And Xverse does have their little like it's like basically your MetaMask or Nami. But make sure it's wallet.
What do you recommend honestly for minting this? For minting Ordinals.
Minting right now, because Ordinals wallet does seem to be the biggest one that does a lot of these mints right now. I would recommend having an Ordinals wallet, but I would also recommend having an Xverse wallet. Those are my the Xverse. I would more so like buying and selling on different websites like Ordinal. Xverse you can use on like Magic Eden over for the Bitcoin stuff, Ordinals. But for the actual ordinalswallet.com, I would 100% make sure that you're minting. You want to mint from this. You can connect. I didn't even realize that you could connect the Xverse wallet to this now, but make sure you have an Ordinals wallet. I would highly recommend doing that. Get a seed phrase, restore it, save all that stuff, create a spending password. And then here it gives you your own Ordinals address. And then you can see all your inscriptions that are inside of here.
Tommy, you got to give our viewers a little bit more credit.
What?
Get a seed phrase, make sure you write it down. I mean, it's their first time on a bike. They know this stuff.
I mean, you never
then you'll
know,
have a
dude.
wallet and you can see all your NFTs in it.
If nobody knows how to make a wallet, dude, and this is the first time they ever saw an Ordinals video, they're like, hey, what does that mean?
You can show them where to click like once or twice, but then after the wallet's made, they know how it works.
All right. Well, anyway, once you have your Ordinals wallet over here, I would highly recommend loading it up with some BTC, because a lot of these mints right now, like the one that we got a chance to see yesterday, which is the little Pepe and Pepita.
And shout out to One for hooking your boy up for one.
Ooh, there you go. One's over here. Crushing it. So what's ended up happening is a lot of these are either like $30 to $45, or some of them are free and you just have to pay the gas fee, or like change the number of sats, which is essentially just Satoshis, which are Bitcoin split up into, what is it, 1 million
yes.
per block, I think it is, or something like that. But anyway, I think most people, you could have, as long as the transactions were going through, you could have got these for like 30 to 40 bucks. And then if you sped it up and sped the gas up, you could have put it to maybe like, I don't know, like 70, 80 bucks, 90 bucks. And you could have got it like instantly, because they do have a UTXO thing over here as well. So that if you minted one of these, you had to wait for it to clear your UTXO so you could go mint the next one. So that people that would up the gas a little bit higher and got them to push through faster were able to mint more. But essentially the way that the mint worked for this one was the project was here. You clicked the little inscribe now button when it was there, and then it had all the NFTs in the collection that were already inscribed, and you got to actually choose your NFT. And it was basically like, who could get it faster? So people picked what they wanted, and then once they paid for it with the wallet, they hit and they processed the transaction. It was theirs. And if you got, so you clicked on one and you tried to sign or whatever it was, it would tell you if it was claimed or not. So that was definitely an interesting thing that they've evolved over before. It used to be like you would get like a random one, but in these new ones that I've been seeing, it's just like pick your own, which is kind of crazy. It's just, a lot of people
I kind of like that.
A lot of people were just like scroll to the bottom, go find ones that are down there that may be rare that nobody's like looking at, and they would just, and you could go do that. A lot of people are choosing like the crown ones, and I was trying to do that myself, or at least aesthetically pleasing ones. But this was some of the cleaner looking artwork for sure that we've seen. And it came from the Ordinals wallet, actual like Twitter. So these are like, this is definitely something you want to make sure you're following. They're quickly growing over here to 78,000 followers, almost 79. And anytime they do a mint right now, it seems to be kind of, their stuff seems to be taking off the more they start to grow and grow.
Did the Bitcoin frogs mint from them?
Bitcoin frogs, I don't know if they minted from them. I don't think they did. Off the top of my head, I don't think that. I know one that did mint over there recently was the soy pepes. That was one I do believe that minted recently from them. There was like, I don't know if Doge Punks was from them or not, but soy pepes was from their website. Obviously the Pixel Pepes was the first airdrop from Ordinals, which we talked about, which these things are at now a 0.2 Bitcoin floor right now. Crazy. Yeah.
Damn.
And
did you get any of those?
No, man, I didn't do that, unfortunately. But you can see though, the amount of like volume that is starting to trend over here is starting to get really, really high. And then this was a play right here that unfortunately your boy sold. I made profit. Don't get me wrong. But one, maybe I should have held a little longer. But they were one of the first, if not the first 10,000 PFP collection on Ordinals that was inscribed. And these were going for, I think I bought my first one at like $54 is what it was. And they dropped down to like $30 at one point. And now they're sitting at a 0.143 floor right now, which is like roughly like almost $4,000 right now. And that one hurts a little bit when but I think I sold mine for like roughly like $1,000, close to that. But yeah, the amount, like somebody, like I said, I don't know, it was a Money Mike or somebody
Money
said
Mike.
like 91. Jeez, man. But it goes to show being early on some of this stuff, because these inscription numbers were in like the 300,000s, and now we're up. I don't even know where we're at. I know it was like over 7 million. The website also takes
not only that though, too. Like the Mallard's inscriptions are lower than that.
No, well, that's the thing. So yeah, we're in the 7.5 million right now that have been inscribed, and it's just costing more and more to inscribe collections over there. So yeah, the Mallard order collections, that's also like a shout out to them, that they were so early before like even the Bitcoin frogs and things like that. They were in the 150,000 range on these. So as these start to push more and more up towards like 10 million, maybe 20 million, 30 million, those lower inscription numbers, especially for like good collections, man, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of potential there, I guess.
Yeah. Your Ordinal Mallard will be worth more than your Cardano one?
I think so, potentially, and that's a little nafafa. I don't know. Like it said, people may value things a little
different. Buy them. I'm just curious. Yeah, no.
I just think because there's more volume and money over here that they will. It just depends.
More people trying to get into new things.
It depends on the Mallard order too. Like it depends if they want to develop their community over here, because there's plenty of these collections that there's stuff over here, but nobody really cares because there's no community. There's nothing really there behind them. So if these guys are out here pushing, and they do have a small supply, that's the other thing over here. So it is very limited. But if they were to do some big things, in which I know they're in a bunch of Twitter spaces, they've got like whitelist spot. They're talking to so many different projects. So I won't, obviously if there's a team to grind, Mallard is the one that you want to be behind you. But they had a couple sales recently over here. Not too many yet over on this website, but there's a few. And you're still sitting over the highest scale, I think it's 0.06 over here for that sick witch doctor one. So even more recently, almost 0.02.
Like so a lot, that purple one.
Do you? Yeah. And someone got that for a pretty decent little deal over there.
$500. More than the floor over on Cardano right now.
That's
already over it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. There's opportunity here, and if you guys are like interested in like where this could kind of go, I mean, if you guys are interested in at least getting into the Mallard, this is a good way to go ahead and do that. Is you could either buy one direct on the Ordinals different site. You can go to ordinalswallet.com. You can go over to Magic Eden or any other marketplace that sells them. And you could go to JPG and go to the Soul Shards, the BTC Ordinals, which we've shown before. There's only 37 left, because every time you get a Mallard order, you have to burn this in order to get the Ordinal Mallard. There's only 37 of these left, and there is that one-of-one. There is the one-of-one, the Negaduck, that's still out there.
Burn that tonight, dude. I want to see if you get it.
Not
right now. It takes a bit of time.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that Ordinals keeps popping the way that they fought, and then, Mallard order starts to have any kind of little takeoff, who knows? Like I said, it could go like that. So it is interesting, and you can obviously see the floor for where these things are still sitting, which shout out to them for doing an airdrop of something for free and them still holding this kind of value over there. So yes, I definitely just picked one of these up though tonight for my third one. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to hold or burn yet.
Burn, baby, burn.
I don't know. I kind of like the game, like you're talking about, like the mystery chest from Block, right? Like you hold it on a little bit longer.
What do you get that Negaduck though?
If you get it,
you're playing deal or no deal right now.
Yeah, get it right now.
That's the thing, is like you have the option on the
less and less each time.
Yeah, I know. It's Tommy luck though. You're gonna end up with,
yeah, exactly.
I tried 2 of them already.
Just trust the process.
We'll see.
Lucky number 3.
Dude, that'd be wild though. That thing would definitely go for some BTC, that's for sure. Well, boys.
Lucky number 8. What's your lucky number?
12.
12?
Always 12 in soccer, yeah.
Yeah. TJ did a little like 17.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See,
really?
Yeah. Tom, what are you, like an 8?
There was a period because when we were in ninth grade, I think the jerseys number is correlated to like the size. So like the higher, like, you know, if you're a fat kid, you got like number 99. So I think I was like 27 back then. That was kind of chunky.
I remember
I
Chris
think
was
I don't
21.
think correlated by size, did it?
Yeah, for ninth
Yeah.
grade for sure.
Oh, ninth grade. Okay, I didn't play.
And then we
until
got
ninth grade.
those. And then we got those
Like high five jerseys.
cheap ass high five jerseys. We had like nice ass
Shitty.
Adidas one before or whatever.
Maybe the sick Adidas ones, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, we went out and did fundraisers and everything. We're getting you guys new jerseys. They come in, they're like the cheapest jerseys
Freaking
ever.
high five,
Yeah.
hot as shit collar, bad.
Oh, that's the worst, dude. No, I miss like the total 90 jersey days.
Oh, those are beautiful. Yeah, those are the best
Yeah,
ones.
bring that back, Nike. But anyway, let's wrap it up over here on the back end. Wrap it up on the back
Yeah, we
end.
can talk please when we're done.
Yeah, Pepitas, Taditas, all Tommy Toms. Nice little fun, quick week over here. So a little bit of I don't know.
Longest one in a while, I think.
What was it? I don't know.
I think so,
Maybe.
yeah.
We're just going over here. That's
This is the longest one?
It's longer, yeah. It was about an hour for sure, right? That was over.
Holy
an hour.
hat.
Hey,
Hour
shout
and
out to all the listeners over there. If you guys hit this timestamp and you're still here with us, you're still listening for the back ends over here, go ahead to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and